So when I first moved to Providence and started my role with the Office of Sustainability, countless people told me I had to talk to Peter Gill Case and learn about Truthbox Inc. Their space, the blue and green shipping container building, is a Providence landmark and a testament to their innovation and outside-the-box approach. They continue to push the envelope, giving us a glimpse of the future and showing us what is possible. I'm pleased to welcome Peter Gill Case, Principal at Truthbox Inc.
Thank you, Leah. Appreciate being here. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Leah, both for moving things along in this really important way. Thank you, council people, for your great leadership here. I think I really want to address, I want to address all of you, but in particular, I want to address real estate developers and builders. These are two very important key players in this sector. And basically, I just want to tell them, I don't want to hear any objections now or ever about this very important standard that needs to be implemented. It's been implemented elsewhere, as Leah mentioned, in this country, plenty of places, and those cities are doing really well. So you can have approved economics, you can get your climate change, your climate goals achieved, and you can have healthier homes at the same time. So this is a triple win for all of us. I'm going to address a couple of projects we worked on briefly, you probably know about. One of them is Urban Greens, which is the new food co-op, the first of its kind in Providence. And its grocery stores are notoriously energy hogs. They're like up there with hospitals. They just suck energy out all the time. We haven't found out the actual data yet because portfolio manager, it takes a year to get that data going. But through the anecdotal evidence we have from the tenants, the managers of the store, we've cut the energy use of that building in half. This is one of the leading grocery stores in terms of energy efficiency in the nation. And we'll document that in the coming year. Behind it sits the Upton, which is a 30-unit multifamily apartment building. It's 100% workforce housing and low-income housing. I remember seeing the mayor there at the groundbreaking a few years ago. We've come a long way, but it's fully occupied. And what we're finding out is that this building, like all the buildings we're building right now, is what's called net zero ready, meaning with additional solar or renewable energy, it can have a zero, the carbon footprint can eventually be zero, and so can the energy footprint. The energy savings of those units is passed on to the tenants. It's less expensive to stay there, only because there's an income limit, but also because the energy bills are significantly lower. We built both of these projects for the same amount of money or less than whatever anyone's building in the city. And I challenge anybody who is thinking that they can't do this type of work to come talk to me. We can have a great conversation, and all of this information is out there for everybody to see. This is not rocket science. We use Portfolio Manager. It's a great product. It's a simple tool. And what we find is this is how we can document what we're doing. All these buildings are net zero ready. Some of the renovations we do, they take a little bit more work. So we look at Portfolio Manager and we tweak the buildings to adjust them to make them perform as well as they can. I also just want to put in a plug briefly for moving the building codes up. The building codes are right there. We were just using 2012, 2 years ago. We're at 2015, but the 2020 building code is sitting there waiting for us to use it. It will help us get to these goals just as well. So I just want to make sure we move that along. We sold a couple of properties recently for more than we expected to sell them for. Why? In part, the buyer said because they were snug, they were tight, and they were energy efficient. And lastly, I just want to put in a plug for the rebates program, National Grid. It's a very, very good program. I think hopefully it will continue to grow. And by all of us chipping in just a little bit on our energy bill, what we're doing is promoting these types of projects and getting builders and developers involved. So thanks for your time. Sorry if it went on too long. I'm really thrilled to be here, and I think this is a terrific initiative.